above copying his brother's gimmick. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't think, because I really do think he's the better of Dustin Rhodes. And to me, Dustin Rhodes' career is long over. Right. He's not getting a main event shot. He's not going to be, main event WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes still has this shot.
And now here's Tyler Miller and Wayne Kircher.
Yes, welcome to the Great Wrestling Debate, everybody. And there's your name in the intro, Wayne.
Yes, and
much
by the way, Tyler, USA, USA, USA.
Yep, and as we're in the middle of World Cup soccer, obviously, and and Wayne just watching the
Germany-US game. We lost 1-0, but because of the foot of Cristiano Ronaldo for Portugal, the guy that kind of screwed us last week, moving on, he helped us move on this week. So the U.S., I don't care. The U.S. is moving on. I'll take it.
Right.
So we're probably gonna face Belgium. That's not an easy opponent. They're probably a dark horse to win the whole thing, Belgium, actually. But you know what? You take it in soccer, you take it however you get it. We moved on. So, let's move on to the show, Tyler.
So the soccer, yeah. I mean, I don't know. We got if you want to go USA versus somebody, you got Big E Langston in WWE, and I don't know what that,
Rusev?
on this past week.
Well, he's the right thing, Tyler. We would have won Group G. We would have faced possibly Russia if they would have been the runner-up in Group H. Then it would have been interesting for a first-round matchup then.
Yeah, WWE. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, obviously last week, this past Saturday we saw a live show in Reading. It went pretty well, I think. I don't know, maybe
I'm gonna say you took some videos.
We took a little video.
Both of you and Matt
we could probably, maybe we could.
There was a guy who posted some videos from the event and that. I mean, it was mainly just entrances and maybe the finish to the Reigns and Orton match. I mean, the thing we missed was just that Ambrose came out afterwards and celebrated with Reigns and that. But that was like a quick minute, and then he went back. And I mean, it was like someone got on the mic and said thanks, and we'll be back or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
We rushing out to so we get out.
Beat traffic
and so make that a little easier, obviously, and so we did. So we got the general idea though at the end, and I mean Roman Reigns standing tall at the end of the main event off a spear out of nowhere. On Randy Orton. So.
But I guess we start with the beginning of the show. It was a triple threat match for the U.S. title. Sheamus versus Jack Swagger and Cesaro. First guy to come out was Jack Swagger. Actually, he came out to a pretty good cheer. I guess because he was the first guy to come out.
Yeah, along with Zeb Coulter.
Zeb Coulter was there, which shocked me. Usually the managers don't always show up for live events. AKA, there was no Paul Heyman with Cesaro.
Right,
But, Zeb starts off with a interesting one. He was talking about I guess, a car had turned the lights off or something like that.
Somebody, piece of trash car or something.
Yeah, whatever it was, just ripped it up.
Yeah.
He then said, he was glad to be here in Scranton, PA.
Yeah.
Don't know how he got Scranton and Reading mixed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, he could have picked maybe a better city. Maybe I would have went with Philadelphia, honestly, or maybe even Harrisburg.
Yeah.
So a little bit closer. Still, nowhere near the where Reading's located, but anyway, then Zeb got on the mic and said, we're glad to be here, I guess, in Reading, Reading, PA.
Which a lot of outsiders might mispronounce too,
Yeah. Oh, I think I even said that when I was little. When I'm like, wait, no, it's Reading. It's Reading. It's not Reading. There's no where you can pronounce it Reading. But so he kind of really turned the crowd on Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
Though when he told him all the Americans stood up, you, me, and Matt stood up, and we did the "We the People" chant.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
by the way, attendance-wise, I kept asking you, but compared to the Cena show,
I mean, it's hard to remember. I mean, it might have been similar, if any, maybe.
There were a lot of empty sections. I mean, we weren't talking about seats, sections.
Yeah, in last one there was some empty sections too. The front area was more filled up, obviously.
Does that speak to you either the location or just maybe the stance of the popularity of the company as a whole, maybe? That they can't even sell out anywhere near close to the.
Because I remember it used to be full several years ago when we'd go, and when they still had ECW.
I'm pretty sure that's one reason why they might stop doing tapings at Reading, because maybe they can't fill up the building. If they can't, why tape it?
Yeah. Like the SmackDown taping I went to, it was almost 8 years ago.
But again, if it was a TV taping, maybe more people would show up then.
Yeah. But I mean, there were even a couple house shows, I think, like 6, 7 years ago that were more filled than
Yeah.
what we saw. So,
So
you
popularity
know,
of the company might be shrinking a bit. Maybe.
yeah, yeah. Because
Which-
I remember it used to be more full than
Yeah.
than what it was.
It,
You know.
it was small, but it was a lively crowd though. Everybody
Yeah,
was
it
in-
was a lot. Yeah, I mean, the people were into it.
Yeah.
More so than the one. I guess the Cena led show. Then that was
You didn't have a
that
lot of
happened this
dueling
past-
chants in that one or anything like that, or
not really. Not really. I mean, you had a lot of like pro Cena fans. And you
Oh,
you
but-
kind
but-
of still did
but-
at this one.
but you want to know the popularity of Cena? Cena though, as far as rosters go, just
Yeah.
look around and see all the Cena shirts.
Yeah, I mean,
it's mind-boggling.
Right, I mean,
but
they
this which clarifies why this guy is the face of the company.
Yeah.
Because there's no one near close, Tyler, to merchandise sales as
Yeah.
John Cena.
right. Yeah.
And like I said, if you go back to the Attitude Era, same thing with Stone Cold Steve Austin. A lot of Austin 316 shirts in a lot of events back in the day. According to my cousins who were fans back in the day of the Attitude Era. And
Yeah.
that. I mean, so we
Yeah.
can hate the guy all we want there, but the
Yeah.
guy's selling
Well, it's not. Yeah,
merchandise.
I mean, it's not the guy. I mean, maybe it's more the mode.
The character?
the mode of the well, the character, but also
Yeah.
like the mode of the company, and
Yeah.
maybe try to get a bunch of guys. I mean, they're getting Daniel Bryan
Mhm.
elevated. Obviously, he's injured right now, but
Yeah.
they're building up Roman Reigns
yeah.
now.
Who-
So yeah, I mean,
Who was over? I
Right,
mean, and definitely a guy who, after beating Randy Orton, definitely somebody who's higher in the company in that.
yeah,
But anyway, the triple threat match we had, it was actually a very good
yeah.
triple threat
It was
match.
a very I mean, it was longer than what you'd normally expect on an episode of Monday Night Raw.
The thing that shocked me about the match though was that the dueling chance between Swagger and Sheamus, Cesaro got like nothing,
yeah,
and this
was
is
a
like the
lot.
one guy a lot of people thought maybe would be getting
Yeah.
a push kind of out of those three maybe.
yeah,
But pro Sheamus, though from our section you definitely heard boos,
yeah,
but it was definitely a pro Sheamus crowd.
yeah.
I was kind of looking forward to the giant swing by Cesaro.
Yeah,
And he had the
live in
opportunity,
person.
but I guess him being a
didn't
heel
happen.
or something, he refused to do it, and then he kind of gave us the European
Yeah.
middle finger, I guess,
yeah,
in a way,
yeah. So
which I kind of laughed at because I just like the way he did it was just brilliant. And
Yeah.
he's like even says he's even like yelling something probably. I
yeah,
mean, anyway, the match ended with Swagger putting the ankle lock on Cesaro, and then out of nowhere, Sheamus comes in and bro
Bro
kicks
kick, yeah.
Swagger and gets the 3 count. And
yeah,
I mean, Cesaro was limping to the back. I think he was just selling the
Playing
ankle
it
lock.
up, yeah.
I don't think that's an actual injury.
yeah.
In fact, he was on Raw walking fine.
Right, yeah, right.
So
yeah,
I mean,
so,
it just perfect selling on his part, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that is a finishing move, and they
Yeah.
always tell you gotta sell the finishers like it's the most vicious thing that can ever
yeah,
happen.
Yeah,
So then we had like an advertisement for like a Bo Dallas like kind of advertisement,
Yeah.
kind of. I forget what it was about, but it was just the usual
Yeah.
cheesy Bo Dallas stuff. And
yeah.
sure enough, the next guy coming out was Bo Dallas,
Yeah,
who actually kind of got some cheers though. I mean,
Yeah.
seemed
yeah.
like
I think and I think the funny thing, like you see on Raw too and SmackDown last week.
Mhm.
Now they're putting him against Titus O'Neil.
Mhm.
Now it's like
and Fandango too.
right and fun. Like they started him, they were booking him as a heel, but if you notice now they're booking him as a face. So I think maybe I think the way the crowd might be turning him in a sense. I don't know.
Well, the thing about Bo Dallas' character is that he's technically he is a babyface, Tyler,
Yeah,
but he's so annoying,
right.
so cheesy
Yeah.
that people hated him there. But maybe I think at the same time that also made him entertaining, and when you're entertaining, it's tough to boo a guy sometimes.
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean he came out, he did the Tim Tebow stance,
Yeah.
which took
In
a while
the
for
spotlight.
for Matt to catch on too. I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did blow Matt's mind when I told him that this was, but Bo Dallas is Bray Wyatt's real life brother.
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
he's just looking at me. I just remember his look like, no, because
Yeah, it's like
you tell me that
breaking news to him.
the member, yeah, exactly, breaking news for him. Even though you go on a Wikipedia page and
And then you can see the resemblance, like
yeah, I mean, yeah, you kind of can see resemblance, but still, I two completely different characters. Right. But Bo gets on the mic, kind of does his usual Bo Leaf chant and that, and then Zack Ryder comes out as his opponent. Kind of shocked me a bit. I was curious who the opponent was going to be, but Zach, who should be lucky to still be employed
Right.
writer,
Yeah.
comes out. Speaking of lucky to be employed, and that Kurt Hawkins, who was part of the release guys, he
Yeah.
actually spoke in an interview. He talked about the Zack Ryder push and ND push. He said how when Zack got pushed, there was a lot of people in the locker room happy for him
Yeah.
because he did it his way.
Right.
He did. It was like anybody got behind him in creative mode in that. So there was a lot, but it also was good for the locker room because they thought, hey, maybe we can get creative. Maybe we can get over that way
Yeah.
too. Like, and then when Zack Ryder got de-pushed, Kurt Hawkins said the locker room just got deflated.
Yeah.
It almost felt like what creative was then saying was, or the top official was saying was, no, you can only get over if we think you're
Yeah.
one of our guys. If you're not one of our guys, you're never getting
Yeah.
over in this company.
Yeah.
Which Kurt pretty much took it as, okay, then what's the point of what's the
Yeah.
point of working hard then?
Yeah.
If we're not one of your guys, what does it matter?
Yeah.
So, interesting interview by Kurt Hawkins there. But anyway, Zach came out and he actually had some. He actually had maybe a cheering section, vocal one,
Yeah. A little.
Well-
Yeah.
kind of small. You can hear him.
Yeah.
But no, Zach came out. It was an entertaining match actually.
Yeah.
You know-
it was pretty good.
But Bo did his usual stance.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a squash match.
Oh, well, Bo. That's a good one.
Because normally,
Give it away. Bo
last
Dallas
time,
is never going to be in a squash match.
right? No, but I mean, because last time we were there,
Yeah.
I was, and Zack Ryder, he was getting squashed by Rusev. So.
Rusev's a different animal
So
than Bo
fortunate-
Dallas.
yeah, I know.
think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like whenever
You-
Zack
you-
Ryder's in a match
you're,
now.
You're comparing a Mad Russian to
Yeah.
Bo Dallas.
No, I'm
the-
just
who almost feel like he's getting booked as the ultimate underdog every time he comes out.
no, but I mean, like, it seems like any match like Zack Ryder's in now is a squash match. But yeah, because it was Bo Dallas.
no,
it
no,
was
don't get me wrong. Don't. His
a little more of a
moment in the
match.
sun of getting any shot at a title was over.
Yeah,
That U.S. title win, that's as high as he ever going to get in his
Yeah.
career. I think. Though, like I said, I mean, I think when spring cleanup happens next year, I think I wouldn't be surprised if his name gets up.
yeah,
It's tough to keep a guy like that on the roster,
yeah,
especially if he's not on any TV tapings or anything. I mean,
yeah,
live events one thing, but he needs to get on television.
yeah,
So Bo Dallas wins with the Bodog, which I said was the appearance of Stratisfaction.
sort of.
I
Yeah,
kind of laugh at that though, just because that was Trish Stratus's finisher,
yeah,
But it's the Bodog now, and as I was yelling at after Bo Dallas won, he's 9-0. He's 9-0.
yeah,
But no, Bo Dallas wins. Like I said, it was actually an entertaining match. I mean,
yeah.
no, I don't think it was entertaining as the opening contest, but I definitely see Bo Dallas going somewhere in this company now, especially with the crowd reaction he's
I
getting.
could see him feel like maybe a good feud with Sheamus, like for the U.S. Championship or something. I don't know.
I'm curious. Like I said, when he gets on the mic and he's like, telling his opponent, don't
Yeah.
give up in that. I swear to you, when he does it to a veteran,
Right, like yeah,
Rob Van Dam or something
Yeah,
like
but-
that, that's going to be hilarious.
yeah,
I mean, and like I said, speaking of like him on the mic there, the Raw one was just hilarious too with Titus O'Neil.
yeah,
But like I said, when he gets on the mic afterwards, even in the beginning and the end, it's just hilarious. When he
Yeah.
like tells his opponent, like, "Don't give up," you
yeah.
just got to believe to make it. But okay, so then we get to the third match, which is a Divas match. Between Nikki Bella and Rosa Mendes.
Rosa, yeah,
And this was you could vote either for a dance off or a regular match.
yeah. Just like last time, just
Yeah.
like the last show in Reading.
Wasn't even close though.
Yeah, it was like 67-33
yeah,
or
wasn't even close.
yeah,
Actually, there was somebody in the back questioning whether there's actually people tweeting.
yeah,
I mean, like I guess is the poll fixed? Like, is this actual voting or is there like a predetermined?
yeah,
I can't answer that question. I don't know. The technology can definitely exist where you can do an actual poll now and live
Yeah.
events, and especially with iPhones now and everything, and social media expanding.
yeah,
But anyway, regular match. Rosa Mendes was not happy though.
Yeah.
She was even dancing beforehand.
yeah,
The stupid thing about it though was that they had the results up, like literally before. Was it Schimmel was the ring
Tony
announcer?
Schimmel, yeah.
Yeah, Tony. Yeah, before Schimmel even makes the announcement, they had the results up. So Rose is looking at this, still dancing, thinking that the 30% people who vote for
Yeah.
dance is just going to somehow magically turn to 60 or 70 or something. I mean, it just looks idiotic on their part.
yeah.
But anyway, singles match. I knew Nikki was going to win
Yeah, I
'Cause
think
one-
we all knew.
because
yeah.
one's on television and one's not on television.
just like the Bo Dallas and Zack Ryder theory.
There was a funny moment though when Nikki was going. I think it was a heel kick off the rope, completely misses Rosa Mendez's head.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean, completely misses it. And Rosa sells it like $1 million still,
Yeah.
though. But I just,
From our angle.
from our angle, you can clearly tell she missed her head by a mile.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, that's about live events sometimes, is that you do see errors or botches.
Yeah.
But it's just, she misses it by a mile, and Rose is still selling it like $1 million.
Yeah.
But anyway, Nikki won. It was a straight up match, though.
Yeah.
Then we had a NXT match, really.
Yeah, the NXT Tag Team
Yep,
Champions.
the Ascension, which I was talking high about. No one, I felt like nobody in the audience knew who these guys were, though.
Yeah.
Which maybe shows you I mean, there were some NXT chants, which I guess shows you who has the network and who doesn't have the network, maybe. But no, I mean, they came out. I mean, they took on was it Xavier Woods and R-Truth, who did the What's Up and that.
Yeah.
I believe this was the match that was kind of annoying for me because I was trying to focus, but there was that little kid up in the top section right behind us, kept yelling "What's up?"
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I mean, to tell you heard him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We kind of like kept looking back, like laughing, like shut the hell up, kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to watch the match here,
Yeah.
but no, I mean, I think there were a lot of people expecting like a tag change for some reason because they never heard of the Ascension, but.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at them, they look like a pretty legitimate tag team, and they definitely need legitimate tag teams on the roster now. And like I said, I mean, their finisher looks vicious.
Yeah.
Which essentially is they kind of one guy goes for a chop block essentially, and the other guy like goes high. So the opponent kind of like flips over.
Yeah.
But and like I said, R-Truth was the one who took the. I thought Xavier Woods was going to be the one taking the pinfall, but it was R-Truth who took the pinfall. But I don't know. What were your thoughts on the Ascension?
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting tag team, and I mean their finisher is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
You know, obviously.
I mean, it looks like on NXT because, like I said, that was the longest Ascension match I ever saw. Because usually on NXT it's like a 5-minute squash match against some jobbers on NXT and that, but they kind of hype these guys up almost as if they're like the next Legion of Doom or something. Like they're kind of like they're brawlers. They have like a vicious finisher. I mean, they kind of. It feels like they're hyping them up as maybe the next Legion of Doom. I don't know if they're ever gonna be the next Legion of Doom, but that's what like hyping these guys up as they just go in there, they kick somebody's ass, and then they leave.
Yeah.
Which is like I said, that is straight up Legion of Doom. But I don't know if that's gonna work in this era.
Yeah.
Just doing it for a tag team. But like I said, the main roster does need a new tag team. I think the Ascension is the perfect team to move up. So then we got to our first main event. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Kind of a split crowd, though. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of like. There wasn't that much heat on Rollins as you would have thought.
Yeah.
I mean, and there are actually people like booing Dean Ambrose too. I don't know if there's like people who think Dean's the weakest of the group of the Shield group now. I mean, no, I mean it wasn't like it was dual chance. I mean, I actually heard people booing Dean Ambrose. So I don't know. It's because they didn't want him to be the baby face. They want him to be the guy to turn on them, or was it because they think Dean's the weakest link of the group? I mean, I don't know. But anyway, thoughts on the match? I mean,
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, not a clean finish. No, DQ. Like, yeah.
There was a funny moment though when Dean Ambrose lost and just threw like 3 chairs into the ring, and which then we both got into a "We want tables" chant then.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of hilarious.
Yeah.
No, but you know, you had, it was a DQ finish there. I mean, if I remember right, Dean was like hooked up underneath like the top rope, and Seth kept like kicking and the ref and he wouldn't break until the 5 count.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of a stupid DQ finish. But then again, I'm like, okay, but these guys are starting a feud. I mean, they're gonna both be in the Money in the Bank ladder match this Sunday. For the briefcase, but they are going to have like a one-on-one feud at Battleground supposedly, maybe even SummerSlam. So do you want to have a clean finish at a live event? Probably not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
probably not. Like I said, DQ finish it makes Rollins come off as a heel still yet, and like I said, Dean Ambrose got the upper hand kind of at the end, but like nobody looked weak. Nobody looked
Yeah.
I mean, overall, I think the match was okay. I mean, it wasn't like it was a bit. I would say it was like an amazing match, but it wasn't a bad.
But they weren't
match.
gonna have a pay-per-view match on in a house show, and clean finish.
But like I said, I thought it was a pretty good match. I mean, like I said, the new ring gear looks pretty pretty good on
Yeah.
both of them. I mean, I think the Rollins one gets the most made fun of. I should say it.
Because it's sort of like leather.
Leather, yeah.
Yeah,
I should say though, the Ambrose one, the jeans and the stuff. There's people comparing him to Jimmy Wang Yang.
yeah.
If
I remember. Yeah, I
yeah,
remember.
you remember him? Kind of came out.
Chinese redneck sort of.
Oh.
Or Japanese. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, but there were people comparing his look to Jimmy Wang Yang's look.
Yeah.
Which, if you can still even remember Jimmy Wang Yang, that just shocks me there.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good match though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, so after that we went to intermission.
intermission. Yeah.
I got a large soda, large Sprite, because they had no bottles of soda. That's what the lady said. Exactly.
Yeah.
So the next guy to come out was actually Titus O'Neil, which I think shocked a lot of people. What was more shocking was watching the Great Khali come out then.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I mean, you know, I mean, for me, I was more amazed at Khali's height and live, especially when you have him facing a guy like Titus O'Neil, who's also a big guy. So I don't know. I mean, obviously, the big thing about this match was this was the first CM Punk chant that tried to break out.
Yeah.
Which I guess showed you how much people were so into the Titus O'Neil Great Khali match.
Yeah.
It went actually pretty long for a Khali match. I thought it was going to end shorter.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
But no, I mean, I don't know. Khali, you know, chop, 3 count.
Chop. Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, you know, Khali wins. I don't see a push happening with him here, but you know, I would have been shocked if Titus O'Neil would have beat the Great Khali then. That would have shocked me more than Khali winning. But so then we got to our final match before the main event. It was a 6-man tag. Yeah, so the first guy is Damien Sandow. And I automatically go to you and go, okay, Tyler, is he going to be Damien Sandow, though? He's going to come out in some stupid gimmick, you know, but maybe he wears like a slap shot, you know, because it being in Reading, who knows. But no, it was actually Damien Sandow. He wasn't wrestling, though. He was a manager.
He was a man, yeah.
So
dressed up.
So exactly. He was dressed up, though. But he was playing himself, though.
Yeah.
He said that he had the he did use. First of all, he acknowledged the recent firings in the company.
Yeah.
He said so with all this reshuffling happening in the company, I had to scout, you know, the best talent left on the roster as he thinks. And the first one was he called him the star of Total Divas, which kind of made me scratch my head there because I'm thinking, oh God, does that mean Vinny from Total Divas is coming out? Like, you know, does that mean is that the person he's talking about? Is John Cena actually going to make a surprise appearance? I mean, obviously not because he was up in Uniondale that day, fighting Bray Wyatt in a street fight. But no, it was Tyson Kidd. Yeah. Tyson Kidd, Natalia Neidhart's real life husband. So Tyson came out. There was a small NXT chant because he's been more featured on NXT than the main roster right now, kind of. So Tyson comes out, kind of gets a small reaction. I think people were shocked he was a heel though. Yeah. But if you've been watching NXT, he is a glorified heel now. But it didn't take so long for people. That kind of shocked me just because you could tell when Sandow was describing, nobody had any idea who the hell they were talking about until Tyson Kidd's name was announced. The next one, though, which he described as maybe the greatest rocker, essentially, everybody knew he was talking about Heath Slater. Yeah. And then, you know, then he made the short comment, Hornswoggle. And as soon as Hornswoggle's name was announced, I knew that those Matadores were the next guys coming out. But I don't know. What were your thoughts on this? It was a comedy match. It was a comedy match, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it was all right. I mean, for a comedy match, I guess you know, it wasn't bad, obviously, but you know, again, I mean, it was just a comedy match. Yeah. I mean, you know, get ready for the main event.
There were a few 3MB chants every time Heath Slater was in the ring. Though.
Yeah.
Apparently, some people are just missing Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal right now. But no, I mean, you know, Sandow did some funny heel antics on the outside. Kind of trying to keep the fans into this match, but no, it ends with El Torito pulling the wig off, which I knew was going to happen. Yeah. I knew as soon as Hornswoggle came out with his wig on, I knew his wig was coming off.
Yeah.
And, you know, El Torito does the flip, which actually looks very impressive live.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
You know, 3 count and Los Matadores wins. I mean, Not a whole lot to say there,
Right,
really.
yeah, not a surprise.
Yeah. So then we got to the main event, Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. Orton actually came out. There were a few cheers for him there. I mean,
Yeah.
just 'cause he's a main guy, you know.
Yeah, they still, they sell his T-shirts there,
Yeah,
obviously.
he does. There were a few Legend RKO shirts I definitely noticed in the crowd. So at that point, we saw people congregating around one of the entrance rays, which we knew meant Roman Reigns was there and getting ready to come out. And like I said, I don't know. Roman Reigns' entrance live. I mean, is it as good as it is on TV, or?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it depends on what angle you're from. I mean,
Good point. Yeah.
From our angle, I mean, it was kind of like we looked off to our right, sort of like if we were across, like maybe if we were like directly across from it and we saw him, it might have been. I think it might have been a cooler angle.
Yeah.
Kind of like from when he comes down on TV.
Yeah.
But I mean, from where we were, I mean, it was all right, I guess you could say. And obviously, if we were next to the aisle,
you could hear. It's kind of funny though. There, Reigns came out to a pretty good pop.
Yeah.
Would say it was massive. You want to know the guy who I think had the biggest pop of the night was probably Sheamus when he first came out.
Early on, yeah.
I mean, it literally my eardrums were ringing when he came out. I mean, like, and I felt like the building was shaking a little bit when he came out. I didn't hear Roman Reigns when he came out. It was a pop though.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was as loud as Sheamus's pop.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds.
I don't know. Maybe a lot of that's because Sheamus might be sort of like the closest thing to Cena, I guess. Some people would say.
Well, it was also earlier in the night. Sometimes crowds die out as you get closer to the main event. That does happen.
Yeah.
Especially if you have entertaining matches early on, and there are sometimes fans just get tired. And their folk gets sore and they can't cheer as loud as
maybe it's past a lot of the the kids Cena fans' bedtime.
Oh boy. But anyway, I don't know. I actually did hear a few boos though for Reigns though as well.
Yeah, I mean maybe
I don't.
Might just be hate,
Well, like I said, I mean, there's even. I'm sure
haters.
even when Brian comes out, there's boos too there.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's just some guys that
Go ahead, hater.
I always feel like there's some guys in wrestling they only cheer guys who don't get pushed.
Yeah.
But as soon as these guys get pushed, they boo them all of a sudden. Then, as if these guys stabbed them in the back.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't want guys to succeed then in the business. Then. Yeah. That's essentially what you're saying. You only cheer for guys who you think has talent but are not getting pushed. Yeah. And then when they do get pushed, you boo them because you think that they sold out somehow.
Yeah.
Which is the stupidest idea you can do as a fan. Yeah. But anyway, it was actually a pretty good match.
Yeah, well, it was.
I to me, the match really woke up for me was when Reigns got hit with the steel staff.
Yeah.
When Orton just shoved him because you could just hear it, and all of a sudden the fans are like, "Oh damn, this just got good then."
Yeah.
But no, I mean Reigns hit the Superman punch, saved for the spear. Then Rollins came out.
Yeah, Rollins came out to I guess interfere with the match.
But Ambrose was too far behind.
Before Reigns gets out of the way, so the match continues on.
Yeah, it wasn't DQ. It was not a DQ.
Rollins doesn't officially really get his hands on him.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that's where Ambrose comes out.
Kind of a botch though, and
yeah, I mean, I guess Reigns was starting to backpedal his way into the corner. And Ambrose came in under the rope,
in the same corner, in the same
area where Roman Reigns was
and you kind of see like Reigns kind of almost steps on Ambrose as he's rolling into the ring, as if he was shocked that's where Ambrose had to come in.
Yeah, maybe Reigns was going to go to the other corner. I don't know.
Well, actually, you see it too. He was kind of walking towards the other corner, but I guess he didn't think Ambrose was that far behind Rollins though, because he was kind of walking to the other corner. Yeah. And all of a sudden, he's like, "What the hell?" And here's Ambrose. He's trying not to step on Ambrose. But no, and then they fight to the back. But then I think Orton hits the DDT.
Yeah, the spike DDT.
And he's setting up, let's say, for an RKO. Then he changes his mind. He's going to go for a punt.
For a punt, yeah.
And as he's going for the punt, Reigns just gets up and just hits a nasty spear.
Yeah, one of those spears out of nowhere. Yep, 1, 2, 3.
Fans did go berserk for that. That was probably, that was probably the most over move of the night.
And when it comes out of nowhere, too, I mean, obviously, it kind of amps it up.
Oh, yeah. And like I said, it also it looked very nice live, too. It looked vicious. Yeah. Just as vicious live as it does on television.
We had a pretty good angle for it, so, So,
well, yeah, because our angle was we were pretty much at Orton's back. So we just, we automatically saw him. We automatically saw Orton take a head on us actually. Yeah. But no, Reigns pins him then. 3 count. That's when we rushed out of there. But essentially, looking at a video on YouTube, that's when Ambrose came out. They kind of did the whole, shield kind of fist together. and that's how the show ended. It was like Reigns got on the mic and said, "Hey, thanks for coming out." And
Yeah, I mean,
I
that would
mean,
seem a little odd
there
too.
are some guys that do that at live events. Sometimes they close and they get on the mic and
Probably
they start like doing like they start messing around with some of the fans
probably
that are still there.
more of a Cena move.
Yeah, Cena, maybe Bryan, Punk. I think Punk
yeah,
has done that a few
doesn't
times.
seem like something Reigns would be doing it right now.
Yeah, someone actually asked that question too. I don't think it was Matt. I think it was Uncle Jimmy.
Yeah,
Which
Uncle
was,
Jimmy.
Yeah, well,
I
don't know his first. I don't know.
Not
well,
little Jimmy.
No,
but
no.
But no, but yeah, I mean nickname Uncle Jimmy.
Uncle Jimmy, yeah.
He took us there.
He asked me about where Punk was during all the Punk chants, which there was actually a Punk chant during the main event as well.
Yeah, I think at one point.
But like, so somebody like he asked me like, "Where's Punk?" I'm like, "He quit." I don't know how else you can word it. He quit the company.
Yeah.
I don't know what everybody's looking at. Yeah. Still have not gone over it yet.
Yeah, maybe thinking he's just injured and but no.
Or taking a sabbatical hiatus. I still think he's done. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's still on a contract
for like another week or so.
It's got to be up soon. It's not. I don't think it's that. I forget it's June or July. I mean, I don't know.
I think it was July, but I don't know.
Yeah,
when.
Yeah, because I think he signed it during the Money in the Bank pay per view.
Yeah. In
2010, I want to say, or was it 11? 2011. Yeah, I think it was 2011. Yeah. And that's he signed that, and that was in July in Chicago. So yeah, a couple weeks. I think it's expired. Though WWE technically can extend it if they want to.
Yeah.
Due to him technically missing dates, and it wouldn't be like a dick, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know why he extended there because it's. I don't think he's even going to be. I don't see CM Punk showing up in like TNA's doorsteps or anything like that. That's the reason why you would keep him on the contract. But he's bashed that company so many times. I don't see any amount of money convincing him to go there. Ring of Honor, he's not going anywhere. So I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't see. To me, he's retired. To me, he wants to live the rest of his life as Phil Brooks and no longer CM Punk. Not to mention, he's happily married now to AJ Lee. So he's got a family maybe to think about now.
Yeah, and I think AJ Lee is actually pregnant from what I heard.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess that's true. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but recently.
I don't know. And like I said,
some people are starting to...
He's in no financial problems right now, so he's no financial reason to get back into the ring. He actually says he can pretty much retire. And like I said, he can still make paid appearances at like other events. I mean, he said he was on The Talking Dead, because he's good buddies with Chris Hardwick. Yeah. So I mean, he can do other appearances.
Yeah.
But I mean, for where I see it, his wrestling career is over. He's. Yeah. I mean, and hell, even on Chris Jericho's podcast, he had Paul Heyman as his guest, and Chris Jericho asked the question, "Why do you think Punk left?" He said, "Look, I don't think he has the passion for wrestling anymore." That's my honest opinion.
I mean, he kind of hinted at that too.
He doesn't have the passion anymore. He doesn't. He doesn't have this. If it isn't the passion, he's gonna wrestle shitty matches then. Yeah. And what's the point of going to work then if you're not happy about it? So whatever the reason is, I mean, I think he's done. He's done. He's not coming back.
Yeah.
But no. So anyway, thoughts on the Reading live event.
I mean, overall, yeah. I mean, I said before we talked about, it was a good show, definitely. Better than the.
If you had to rate it, like 1 out of 10, what would you?
1 out of 10. I don't know, like probably like for a live show, 8, probably an 8 for 15.
I'll go 8.5. The reason is the sign guy.
Well, yeah, that too. Who another intangible. Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know if he's an official employee. I feel like he is now. Yeah. Because if they're saying him to live events now, and even like I said, half-filled live events nonetheless. The guys, I think the guys get like part of the act now. The sign guy, because he was on Raw even too, the same spot.
Yeah, same spot. Yeah.
But no. I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting now that that's a guy who originally was just a fan that just happened to be like have tickets in like camera areas. Yeah. And all of a sudden, I think it was after that deal in Odo. They get that the company said, "Look, we got to make this guy like part of the show, maybe."
Yeah, and I don't even think I think that's the first live event there at Reading that I saw him at. The other ones I went to, I don't seen him.
I don't think he goes to every event.
Yeah,
but I do think
But coincidentally, just this small one in Reading.
There was a funny moment though when it was like when Ambrose was walking to the back. The guy had like his hand out.
Yeah.
And Ambrose just like blew right by it. And the guy was kind of like selling it like, oh man.
Yeah.
There was also a fine moment too when Orton kept getting out of the ring and the guy just pulled off like a rubber chicken and started swinging it
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
They said the guy's got a whole collection of posters and such, and he seems to be into the wrestling still.
Yeah.
So he's a fan, but no, I mean, to me, he adds a new environment. I think to events, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that kind of carries us over onto I guess prediction. Things going on Raw and SmackDown
Yeah,
and
Raw.
predictions. Well, first of all, if you saw SmackDown and Raw this past, I mean, basically the same main events.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like on Raw. I mean, it seemed like they kind of
yeah.
played it like
I mean, it's kind of
this
funny there.
didn't happen
It's
on
like
SmackDown.
it's like there's people always wondering like, well, why do people not watch SmackDown? It's
Felt like
it's
deja
like
vu.
yeah, but there's people always ask that question like, well, why do some people not watch SmackDown? It's like because I think you can just watch Raw
Because on Raw,
and you're not good and you feel,
Yeah.
feel like you didn't miss anything on SmackDown.
yeah, and on Raw, I mean, it's never like this is what happened on SmackDown last week.
No. It's always
anymore.
Raw is
Yeah.
the main attraction for storylines
Yeah.
usually.
And that's it couldn't be more obvious when we have a 4-on-3 handicap match tonight, and we're gonna pretend that this didn't happen on SmackDown, and that's basically kind of what that felt like.
Yep.
But but anyways, I mean, as far as like, obviously the show began with Stephanie McMahon and Vicky Guerrero.
Mhm.
Obviously, kind of the Vicky Guerrero getting fired there, like we expected to. Eventually leading to I guess some kind of a mud / crap pool match, whatever it was.
It was shit, Tyler. It's supposed to be a
Yeah,
pool
I mean,
shit.
it was supposed to be that. Yeah, I mean, it was.
They couldn't say it because it's PG
Right, yeah.
product.
Yeah.
You can't say shit on television apparently.
Whatever it was technically.
But it was supposed to be shit.
Yeah.
I tell you what though, let's give Stephanie credit. She is such a hated heel that she made Vicky Guerrero a
Yeah.
babyface.
Yeah, I mean, on this occasion, and I mean, last week too. I mean, Vicky Guerrero, eventually did put Roman Reigns in the Battle Royal. Too,
Yeah.
so.
But here she finally like had like that babyface kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
and I think because she was getting sent off too. I mean,
like I said,
this is
it
later.
actually was a hell of a send off for her. I
Yeah.
thought. I mean, it actually, I think for some people, employees, you don't get that kind of a nice send off there.
Yeah.
But I think for her, it was a perfect send off
Yeah.
for the character. I
Yeah,
think.
because I mean, when it was all said, I mean, she put, she threw Stephanie McMahon in
Yes.
the pool, and I think it was like, there's
and also come on to the classic Eddie Guerrero theme, which I'm
yeah,
not gonna
that
lie,
too.
kind of made me cry a little bit because
Yeah, I mean, once that
that just has
Yeah.
emotional.
yeah, I mean, once
Yeah.
she came out to that, it's
Yeah.
you kind of knew, like,
She's definitely a baby face.
yeah, and I like the send off was sincere too. I mean, she was like looking up at the roof and like kissing the.
I mean,
the sky
you know,
there.
but
So, I mean,
but
kinda saw some
I mean,
sincerity.
she lost the match. She did get it thrown to the shit
Right.
and that.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, so like I said, it still kind of has that Vicky, like, oh, Vicky, of course something bad happens to Vicky now, but also has that kind of moment of where she kind of has that redeeming
right.
factor.
Redemption, throwing.
I mean,
Stephanie
and like I
McMahon.
said, she is actually gone. I think
Yeah.
along with like Teddy
She
Long. is
apparently, she wrote a long farewell letter or something.
Yes.
Apparently, her.
yes. I mean, like I said, I mean, for me, I think. Well, and actually, the crazy thing, I think she's been a longer employee than even Eddie was for the company.
Yeah.
As crazy as it sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Eddie did die,
Yeah.
and who knows how long his career would have been if he didn't pass
Yeah.
away in 2005. 2005.
yeah.
Yeah. Right before the Survivor Series pay per view, nonetheless, between Raw and SmackDown. But no, I mean, so I thought it was actually a nice send off. Not even Kerry gets a nice send off.
Yeah.
Ask Jim Ross that question.
Yeah.
His send offs have ranged from just getting blatantly fired without knowing it by John Laurinaitis in his hometown to having the Undertaker shove your head up Vince McMahon's ass.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I mean, like, but again, like I said, I mean, Vicky, I think the company's treated her very well.
Yeah.
Like, they gave her employment, they gave her a character, and she even did the character very well, I think. It was kind of funny. When it was announced that she was going to be a heel character, like a heel, like evil boss, I didn't think it was going to work because I didn't think she had the presence to get it done, and especially playing the whole like Edge girlfriend thing. I even thought that was going to be stupid, but they actually pulled it off.
Yeah.
To Edge and Vicky's credit, they pulled that gimmick off, I thought. So, I mean, either way you look at it, I mean, it's actually been a hell of a career for Vicky. I mean,
Yeah.
and like I said, to me, she's gone, especially after that kind of a finish. I don't think there's any reason to bring her back. So maybe for like reunions,
Yeah.
maybe like
Cameo,
special.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like cameos,
Little
maybe.
appearances. Yeah.
But like I said, to me, general manager. There's nothing to have a general manager anymore.
Yeah, especially with the way,
Especially with the
with the way
authority now.
Yeah, and especially the way SmackDown
Yeah.
kind of is run anyways.
Yeah, there's no point. To me, general manager is a pointless position.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they said they got rid of Tay Long, who was the former GM. Brad Max is gone. Vicky
Right.
had to get out eventually.
Yeah.
Because to me, it was always going to be the Triple H Stephanie McMahon show.
Yeah.
That was always going to be the final authority decisions there. So, we'll see what happens when the company moves forward with no GMs now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
And
pretty
then
much
they said-
the
they said-
authority running.
Yeah,
everything,
exactly. It
which makes sense.
Which for me,
it's
it throws
fine.
all the confusion out the window,
Yeah,
too.
and it just only makes them more powerful.
Yes.
So.
So, yep, so there was that.
So with that, there's a great Intercontinental Championship match between Dolph Ziggler and
Brad News Barrett.
Bad News Barrett.
Very good.
Yeah, I mean, Bad News Barrett holding on to the title. I think that I don't. I mean, I heard that Barrett got another injury. Out of that
Supposedly
match,
separated his shoulder on
Yeah.
SmackDown.
which is a shame.
Swagger supposedly threw him against the barricade maybe a bit too hard. It
Yeah.
sounds like. Which no, but I don't know how long he's going to be out, but it sounds like he's not going to be making
Money in the Bank.
Money in the
yeah.
Bank. It sounds like I doubt he's going to be in a
Yeah.
ladder match with just
Which is a
shoulder.
shame. Yeah, which is a shame because I would have liked to see him win that.
Yeah.
Out of who that.
But
But
at the same
I
time,
don't know.
I don't even know he was the favorite to win that match. Tyler.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, it sounds like it was going to be either Rollins or Ambrose. To be honest,
Right.
with you.
Yeah.
Even before he had
but
Barrett was in it.
But like, if it wasn't going to be any of those,
If it would,
guys,
if Barrett was the winner, and this is an injury, this has been the second time technically that Barrett had an injury that cost him Money in the
right.
Bank win.
Yeah.
The other one was WrestleMania,
Yeah.
that Battle Royal, which
Yeah.
actually pretty much killed I think his momentum essentially.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he's gonna have to drop the U.S. title. I don't know, like
the IC title.
yeah, well, yeah, I guess the IC title.
But yeah.
But at this point, to me, it's the same titles anyway. But
yeah, I mean,
but
same
anyway,
level.
I mean, I don't know where they're gonna go with Barrett. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, obviously he's going to be missing maybe some in-ring action. I don't know, but I don't know if it's going to be a couple of weeks or a couple of months. I don't know. I don't know how a dislocated shoulder, like what's usually the recuperating time for a dislocated shoulder.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, it might depend on severity,
Especially
but-
since if I remember right, I think it was his like elbow or even shoulder injury that hurt him the last time. If it's even the same
Yeah.
shoulder too, that could be even worse.
Yeah.
Because that means he re-injured something then.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, but it sounds like it's going to be someone's going to. It sounds like it sounds like Barrett's out of it
Yeah.
Sunday.
So,
I don't know if that means it's going to be 6 guys or they're going to add a guy at the last second.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe they'll have Barrett come out and say, "I'm afraid I've got some bad news, but my shoulder is
Yeah.
just, I don't know."
I don't know. Yeah.
Who knows?
Bad News Barrett.
I gotta
Bad News Barrett did have
He'll
some
have to
bad
do it on
news.
himself. Yeah.
Yes, he did have some bad news happen to him on SmackDown. I do feel
It's not
bad
a
for the
joke
guy.
thing. Well, yeah, me too. I mean,
'Cause
he seems like he's been picking up a little bit with this Intercontinental Championship.
Well, not to mention this whole Bad News Barrett character. I feel like as soon as he started getting
Yeah.
in the ring, this became an over gimmick now.
Yeah, it's been cut. Yeah, once they
Like-
started having him wrestle,
That's what I meant. I mean, because in the beginning we were all like saying, "Oh God, man, the mighty have surely fallen
Yeah.
for this guy." But as soon as he started wrestling, this
Again,
guy
yeah.
got over. I mean, again. So, but once again, it feels like every time this guy is close to a title,
then yeah,
he gets hurt.
yeah,
I mean, and this company has a proven history of they hate pushing guys that are injury prone,
right.
even if it's not really their fault they're getting
Yeah.
injured. But still, I mean, it just blows my mind. And once
Yeah.
again, this guy is kind of moving in the right direction. All of a sudden, maybe an injury sets it back again.
Yeah,
Once again, it's only a dislocated shoulder. Maybe it's not as severe as people think.
yeah,
I
No,
still don't think they're going to risk him performing in a ladder match.
right.
though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I mean,
Well, yeah, I mean,
but any luck, he doesn't drop the title and he's only out for a couple of weeks, and maybe
Yeah.
he comes back then. Nothing changes.
yeah, yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
guess we'll see there,
Yeah.
but yeah. So we had that, and yeah, I mean, Dean Ambrose, with his sneak attacks, obviously on Seth Rollins.
How about the Seth
that's kinda
Rollins
been
mic off with Rob Van Dam?
yeah, that was
That
good.
one
yeah.
that one comment.
RVD was yeah.
No, Rob, I take you serious, just not as serious as they did in 2005.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
But
That's pretty
I'm
good.
not gonna lie, Rob Van Dam did that. Yeah, but that's funny because in 2005 you were a little tight, probably
Yeah,
becoming a wrestler just by watching Rob Van Dam or something.
yeah. So that was
I mean, it wasn't quite an amazing comeback as
Yeah.
Rollins put down, but
yeah.
Oh my
So,
god,
that was I
that
mean,
wasn't a bad put
good
down by
exchange.
Rollins.
Yeah, and you have Triple H
Yeah.
standing there too. So yeah,
Yeah.
it was good stuff. And yeah, then
How about Rob Van Dam bringing that up too? About from I guess it was the Chamber match in 2002,
yeah,
breaking Triple H's
Triple-
larynx.
yeah, yeah. So
I don't know if that's even. I'm trying to think if that was true or not. No, I'm trying to think. That actually might have been true. Now that might have actually led to Van Dam not getting pushed as much then, because
yeah,
when you hurt Triple H of all people in a match,
Yeah.
good getting over then.
yeah,
But I don't know. I'm trying to remember that match. I'm trying to. I do remember Rob came down like on the guy's on his neck pretty hard in the chamber. I don't know if he actually broke the guy's larynx or
Yeah.
not, but I do remember that spot in that chamber match.
yeah. So yeah, and then Ambrose with one of his sneak attacks.
Yeah, Rollins was about
and
to beat Van Dam
yeah.
clean nonetheless too.
Yeah, and Ambrose with the that's psycho mic work or whatever continues to
Yeah.
work. I think.
Yeah. Even threatening to.
JBL playing it up and-
Yeah. Even
You should
said.
be in a padded room.
Yeah, but no, I mean Dean Ambrose even making the threat of like, okay, even if you don't put me in a match, I'm still gonna show up.
Right, and I'm gonna screw up the whole pay-per-view or something.
I'm still gonna climb that ladder even if I'm not in the match or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, and then that kind of that set up
Rollins
Rollins backstage
begging Triple H to put him in
Yeah.
the match, saying,
which it's plausible
yeah, it
too
is,
because
it is. Why
exactly
why keep
Ambrose
him out? He just made the threat.
because he's not going to be. I mean,
Yeah.
Ambrose is going to have another one of these sneak
Yeah.
attacks on him. So it makes sense.
And Rollins said, no, I got him. I'll look at him. I got him. I
Right.
can look at him now in the match.
Right. Yeah.
I don't need to worry about I can at least see him in the match.
Right. Yeah.
So, and I don't know. It actually kind of is funny though.
That
Watching
works.
Triple H kind of, I feel like he's paying a lot more attention to Rollins than he is Orton.
Right? Yeah. If you think about
It almost feels like Rollins is like the golden child now
Yeah.
for the Authority.
Yeah. I mean, a couple weeks ago, Orton wasn't there, so I mean, it was just Triple H and.
It's
I mean,
almost
I
like
don't know.
Rollins is the son that Triple H never had.
Yeah.
Which tell me he doesn't even have a son. I think he has like 2 daughters right now.
Yeah.
But actually, there's something to bring up this comment though. You look at Rollins' new gear. Someone did bring up that Rollins does look like Triple H, like during his Blue Blood days back in like the early
Yeah.
'90s.
Yeah.
And you actually look at some comparisons. That actually is true though. That just is kind of creepy though.
Yeah.
But no, it seems like that Triple H and Rollins are kind of almost have like this father son dynamic. It feels like.
Yeah. Yeah. Sort of.
Like Triple H is like this is almost the son I wish I had in wrestling. But no, I mean, but which would be interesting if Rollins ever wins that world title, maybe.
Yeah.
If he becomes like this like new almost authority kind of figure in a way,
Yeah.
and maybe that works better than what the Orton kind of title run was, I think.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see on Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they did that for a while. I mean,
Yeah.
with Orton. So I mean. And have Rollins maybe win either Rollins or Ambrose probably. If we're gonna make a prediction on that.
Yeah, I
That match.
think it's a 2. Even with Barrett in it, I didn't see him winning it.
Yeah, I mean he'd probably maybe be like the third favorite behind those
Third
two.
favorite, and then maybe
would say.
Ziggler, and then let's see, I'd probably go
Yeah,
maybe
Ziggler.
Swagger then maybe.
Yeah. I mean pretty unlikely I think.
Yeah.
But
Kofi Kingston would be the
Would be
ones
a
with the
shocker.
longest odds.
Yeah.
The longest odds.
yeah,
As sad as that is for me to say, because
Yeah.
I remember when he got pushed through the roof, and then
yeah,
that died one day.
yeah,
But no, I mean, I like I said, I do
I
agree.
agree.
I do agree with the whole Rollins kind
Yeah.
of deal. Kind of like how he. It made sense for him
Right.
to beg Triple H to have
Yeah.
put Ambrose in the match.
yeah.
So
And obviously,
Yep.
also, it's best for business is Triple H,
it is
in
best.
reality, just obviously to have Ambrose in the match.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean they did a good job
Yeah.
with that. So let's see here. I mean, as far as like the matches, I guess we just kind of called that.
I mean, as far as that match goes, to me, it's Rollins and Ambrose. But if I had to bet right now, it's gonna be Rollins. I think.
Yeah, me too.
I
because-
feel like he's the one. You got Reigns who's getting pushed, but I think Rollins is this one of the guys
Yeah.
that they really want to see. They want to really
Yeah.
push now, especially since he's on his own now as a heel.
right.
They want to see how this guy can do on his own. Ambrose, like I said, he's the third wheel right now. How long is that going to last? I don't know. But it feels like if you had to go based on who they're pushing, it's Reigns, then Rollins,
Yeah.
then Ambrose.
Yeah. I mean,
Like I said-
Ambrose has enough, potential though. I mean, with what he can do, I think.
But
either
but
way.
if, like I said, we're going based on the first, second now. He's
Yeah.
in third right now.
Right, yeah. And I think because Reigns is like they're pushing his big baby face, and
And
next
Rollins
next
is
they
this
go with the
big heel.
Yeah,
I mean,
and they
Ambrose,
kind of need more heels too. Because you got Orton, and then other than that, I mean, you got Bray Wyatt,
well, yeah, well, and that's the point. That's why I
and then
think
after
Rollins has a
that,
better chance as well because
right?
he's working in a kind of weaker pool as far as
Yeah,
heels go. Ambrose has to battle a lot of tough baby
yeah,
faces to try to get over
yeah. Because
now.
now they're pushing Reigns up. Daniel Bryan once he comes
Well,
back.
he's got to deal with Bryan. He's got to deal with Cena. He's got to deal with
Yeah,
Sheamus.
obviously, yeah,
You
Sheamus.
know,
Even though he's
well, if Cesaro turns face one day, I think he has to deal with that. Then
yeah,
I mean,
which it kind of
Cesaro is a heel now too, and that's the kind of
yeah.
and there's a Paul Heyman too, who might be the
Yeah.
most hated heel manager in the history of wrestling right now. But no, to me, it looks like it's Rollins, especially with the standoff kind of Triple H saying, "You got this right, though. You got this." He said he wins. Something about this too. It's crazy that this sounds. What if Reigns wins Money in the Bank, and Rollins cashes in?
Yeah, I mean,
How crazy?
how crazy would that would be crazy.
But no, I mean, honestly, like I said, my money's on Rollins. I wish that they could give him a better theme song though, because out of all the theme songs right now, between all the former Shield guys, Reigns is the best.
Well, yeah, obviously, Reigns says
which is just the Shield theme.
You can't,
kind of,
I mean, and there's no need to change it.
But Ambrose's theme, I don't have a problem with Ambrose's theme, and that's kind of a generic theme too. But I actually don't have a problem with that theme though.
So I mean, I don't know. I mean,
it kind of goes well with his character.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on some people's taste. I mean, I've heard like some people, like Aaron Riff, thinks like Ambrose's theme needs more of a change than Seth Rollins. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm all right with Seth Rollins' theme, and I guess I'm all right with Ambrose's theme for now.
I just want to see Rollins, especially if he's getting pushed more than Ambrose. I think it can be better. It can be better.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean Reigns.
And supposedly that's in the works. Supposedly to do with a new theme, and especially if he's gonna win Money in the Bank and he might be a world champion winner, he needs to have a better theme then.
Yeah.
If you're gonna market this guy, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it could. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it could be better. But
speaking of theme songs, what was your thought on the Wyatt family's?
Oh yeah, I forgot about coming out to I don't know. It sounded like a bit of an accordion version of it. I don't know.
The Whole World in His Hand.
The Whole World in His Yeah, that was pretty funny. I thought.
I mean, to me, it makes sense for Rowan and Harper, especially if Bray's not going to come out with them anymore.
Yeah.
There's no point doing the Wyatt family entrance because, it's almost like even when Bray came out. If he doesn't do that whole lighting the lantern and saying we're here, but it kind of takes away that theme. I feel like
that's like when that's like Rollins coming out on his own to the Evolution theme song. Without Triple H or like when that was going on or anybody
or like I said, or when Del Rio comes out and he's not in cars and there's a car on the mic. It's kind of a generic entrance then.
Yeah. So
like I said, I hope they don't take that away from Bray Wyatt. I like the whole lighting the lantern and saying we're here.
We're here.
I hope they don't take that away from him.
Yeah.
But I am fine with Rowan and Harper getting like their own theme song in a way.
Yeah.
Because they said that there might be a day when the family split then.
Yeah.
Well, there might be a day. When that day comes,
yeah,
it's probably going to be Harper because he's probably the better wrestler compared to that. Not to mention he's probably the only one who can really speak of the group, it feels like. But when that day comes, Harper needs a theme song too then. But I mean, so I don't know. I'm just curious what your thoughts were.
Yeah, I thought that was nice. It was funny, I mean, it kind of
it was a funny.
It kind of adds to it, and Jerry Lawler and JB, they're all like commenting on the the music, and so I mean that was pretty good, and good exchange there, I guess, with them and the Usos.
Yep.
But and then of course that brought us to I guess SmackDown's main event version 2 on Raw. This time, because I did see the SmackDown one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you saw the early exchange. They have like everybody in the match come out on SmackDown.
Yep.
And, Roman Reigns kind of like calling out like also to Cena like nobody's gonna stop me and this and that. So I thought that was interesting.
I thought it was interesting when they had Sheamus talking, and when Reigns was talking, you could barely hear him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know it's because
the sort of the lower tone, I guess.
Yeah. But I said, and maybe he's just not used to talking backstage yet by himself. Because I said the whole Shield thing was that they had like a camera they were looking into.
Right. Yeah.
So you got Reigns in a generic backstage segment essentially, which he doesn't really do on a regular basis. But no, I just thought that was right at the beginning. I could hear Sheamus out here, and all of a sudden it's like Reigns, like it's just like what.
Yeah,
It's like, is his mic on, or is this guy just not? This guy just nervous as hell, essentially.
yeah. Maybe the audio level's down. I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, and then but yeah, so you had that match
Mm-hmm.
later in the night. You know, Reigns getting the pin and every, you know, kind of looking like the strong guy there. And then on the Raw version of the main event, Sheamus gets the pin. Kind of a similar match though. Like, you know, it took forever for like Reigns to get in the match, and then he does, and he kind of goes on this rampage again, and
Mhm.
you know, Cena getting a couple AAs in there, and Sheamus getting the pin this time, and then
Yep.
you know, and then Kane eventually coming, you know, getting introduced as the
As
eighth
if
member.
as if we didn't need an extra entry for this
Yeah.
main event. We got Kane.
So now we have
Or
eight.
should we
Yeah,
say it for the 10th time? The Demon
the
Kane.
Demon Kane. Yeah, you know, kind of out of nowhere. So
Yep.
so and then also out of nowhere, Reigns just kind of spears him.
And just stares
you know,
at
while
Triple
the
H.
while the like
Kind
the
of foreshadowing, maybe.
yeah, and then main event, if you like continue what you know
On a network.
Roman
on the network,
Reigns, yeah. Which also I got, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah, I did get the WWE Network.
You subscribed.
So yes,
So this will be your first pay per view.
so I did.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know, Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
You won't
I'll be
regret
able
it.
to-
You won't regret it,
Right,
Tyler.
Yeah, so I already.
He's joined. He's joined
joined.
him. He's joined
Yeah.
everybody on Fox.
Yeah, it was. You know, it's kind of best for business, I guess. You
Yes,
could say.
that's for
So-
business.
So yeah, well, but yeah, on the network, you know, or whatever. I guess Reigns had like an exclusive interview with
Yes.
Renee. You know, I thought it went pretty well. I don't know if you saw it, but you know, Reigns kind of telling her to, like, you know, in case things get, you know, you have to run, you know, take your high heels off and this and that, and you know, so yeah, it was a pretty, you know, you gotta believe that in there.
Yep.
And
So that's
Kane
that's his
coming out.
that's his catchphrase. Now, believe
right,
that.
yeah,
Eh,
yeah.
I can-
Yeah, so and then
I gotta tell you though, he's gotta be careful with the whole, especially with Bo Dallas and his slogan being "Believe."
yeah,
He has to be careful. Make sure that he says "believe"
yeah.
and not "believe,"
yeah.
because then that just that's gonna confuse people with how the people.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and the way he normally says it too. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes like it's just like anger. You know, believe that. You know, it kind of sounds similar.
Some of the
so.
"believe," I know, but that's gonna piss Bo
Bull-
Dallas the
yeah.
hell off though. It's like you don't steal somebody's catchphrase,
Yeah,
even it's intentionally or intentionally.
yeah. So I mean, you know, I guess he says it without thinking about that
Yeah.
comparison, but you know, but you know, either way, I mean, so you have that match on SmackDown, him and Kane.
Yep.
You know, set for so that should be interesting, I guess. You know, to fill in the blank, and so that they don't have, you know, another 4-on-3 handicap match.
Mhm.
I guess, and you know, leading up to Money in the Bank. So,
Mhm.
so yeah, you have that. We already predicted the briefcase match.
Yes.
As far as what I see here, I mean, other than that, we have, I guess, Paige versus Naomi
I'm gonna go with Paige.
for, yeah, me too, and the Usos versus the Wyatt family.
I'm
I
gonna
think-
go to Wyatt.
I think I think it's in the new theme music too.
Yeah.
I just think it's, you know, they're gonna try to, you know, push them as a tag team.
Yep.
And so, yeah, you have that, and so other than that, I guess, I mean, I don't know what I don't know what else they're gonna put on the
I
card.
can see Biggie Rusev probably,
Yeah, because they don't have a place on the card
Yeah.
yet. So
but and it feels like Biggie's not done with Rusev by a long
Yeah.
shot yet.
yeah,
So I can see that rematch
Yeah.
happening. If that's the case, Rusev wins. He's not losing.
yeah,
Losing. They're pushing him over it. He's getting his monster push in at it. I mean,
Yeah.
he's going to be in a main event spot sooner than later.
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe Adam Rose gets a match. Maybe Bo Dallas gets a match.
yeah.
maybe.
He should. Yeah, I mean, I would think he'd get a match
Yeah.
in there. You know, I mean,
Don't know who he's going to face, but he might get a match.
yeah, yeah. So
Maybe he gets that to the briefcase ladder match then.
maybe to
'Cause-
fill in Bad News Barrett. I mean,
Maybe because like I
yeah.
said, that sounds like Bad News is not going to be in that match.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I guess we have that.
Mhm.
And then I don't know if they're gonna do something with, you know, Stardust and you know.
Oh, I actually no. It's going to be Stardust and Goldust versus right back.
Okay. Oh yeah,
That's
that makes
gonna,
sense. Yeah.
that's the case. I got Stardust.
Then this
and
time,
Goldust.
yeah. Yeah, that would make sense.
Apparently, the whole deal of Stardust is that if the character gets over, that's Cody Rhodes' character.
yeah,
going
pretty
forward,
permanently. Yeah.
If it doesn't get over, they're gonna have Cody turn on Goldust, and they're just gonna have those two just gonna fight each other at SummerSlam apparently,
Yeah.
and that's just gonna be maybe Goldust's swan song then, and then Cody
Yeah.
just goes back to being a heel essentially.
Yeah.
But so it's gonna be a lot of pressure that I guess because the
Yeah.
Stardust character can get over.
Yeah.
I did like Goldust comment backstage though, saying, "Wow, now I'm the normal
not-
one.
yeah, I'm not the-
I'm not the weird one in the group now."
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's gonna do wonders. I
How
guess.
funny will it be if this is the gimmick that gets Cody Rhodes a world title? Maybe.
Yeah. That'd be pretty ironic, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that, and then obviously I guess what would be the main
Yeah.
event, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship ladder match.
This is interesting.
Obviously tough call.
Yeah. Brock. I feel like it's almost confirmed that Brock is going to face essentially the winner of this match
Yeah.
at SummerSlam. I know Battleground's still there, but
It's a B
there's a
pay-per-view.
lot of factors here that you got to look at. Daniel Bryan is going to be on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Suppose he's going to be answering questions, getting interviewed. You know, is this a sign that he might be coming back next month at Battleground? Or is this just to address maybe some of your questions, Tyler, for like a couple
Yeah.
weeks, which is, okay, why did you actually vacate the titles? Why did you do it not in person? That
Yeah.
kind of stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know.
Yeah.
To me, the key factor is Kane. Why was Kane magically added to this match? Because think about it. If Daniel Bryan is the plan from the get-go was Bryan and Lesnar at
Yeah.
SummerSlam, then essentially the person who wins this ladder match is going to be a transitional champion then. If Bryan's going to be wrestling
Right,
at
yeah.
Battleground. So then you got to have put on a guy who can be a transition champion and doesn't kill his career whatsoever. Hence, Kane.
Yeah.
So Kane, let's just say Kane wins the match, faces Daniel Bryan at Battleground. Bryan beats him. Maybe this is where they do that buried alive match, which was rumored to be
Yeah.
one of the things at one point. You know, Bryan beats Kane. Kane's a transitional champion, and then they go straight to the Bryan Lesnar feud as if, you know, nothing ever changed essentially.
Yeah.
But then again, there's the whole idea of, okay, Bryan just did to explain the whole, okay, this is why, but then just says, okay, I got a couple more months though, rehab yet. I'm not back yet. I'm not going to be rushing back because it's a neck injury. I want to take it, you know, or who knows, maybe they even do like a story retirement angle too, maybe. Who knows? Like I said, you never know of WWE. If that's the case, then to me, there's only two names that make sense. Cesaro and Cena. And as a bigger fan I am of Cesaro, huge fan of the character they get,
Yeah.
the
It's
guy.
unlikely.
I think it's unlikely. I think it's too soon to have him pour him and turn on him, and have him face Lesnar. And like I said, WrestleMania 31, I could see
Possibly,
Cesaro Lesnar possibly being it. So before people lose their mind and flip out, say bullshit, and no, we don't want to see this again, I'm gonna go with John Cena to win this match.
Yeah.
It's in Boston,
I mean,
and like I said,
we don't want to, but it's
just there's no other way to word it
Yeah.
here. Cena wins. He's going to be facing Brock at SummerSlam. That's a money-making match, though.
Yeah, and you know what? There's
And like I said, and the rumors are that Brock's going to be the champion.
yeah,
And think about it. One of the few guys that Brock doesn't have a victory over is Cena.
yeah. At least recently.
Recently. Well, yeah.
Because obviously years ago.
Years ago, yes. he's had multiple pinfall victories over John Cena. But as far as the Monster Cena essentially character,
Yeah.
Superman Cena in a way, he hasn't beat Superman Cena. He lost at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
And they can play that in. They can say Brock wants to beat John.
Yeah.
He wants to prove he can beat the guy in the company.
Yeah.
He killed the streak.
He beat the
He
streak,
wants to
yeah.
kill the face of the company now.
And be the champion. And
Now, like I said, Brock wins. Suppose he's going to work a Night of Champions. Like I said, does he hold the belt for a month? Or does he drop it to the Money in the Bank winner?
yeah, or maybe.
I would find hilarious if Seth Rollins just comes out and cashes in on Brock Lesnar of all people.
Yeah.
Since he's a heel. But like I said, does Brock then drop it at Night of Champions to somebody? Who knows?
Yeah. Or maybe he wins the match and then at Night of Champions and then gets cashed in on. I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm
They
saying.
could always do that.
They can always do that, yeah. I mean, even again, it sounds like Brock's gonna be the guy in the title match. Sounds like that has not changed. It's supposed to be Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar. So I was actually looking forward to that match. Thought that had great match of your candidacy chance there. But like I said, Cena's wrestling. I know people did not like the Extreme Rules match.
Yeah, at least the end.
But like
at
I
least
said,
the result in the
Like I said, there's a chance here. These guys maybe come together and
Yeah.
work magic.
And maybe-
There's always that
yeah,
possibility.
not have just a one-sided match where Brock Lesnar destroys him and then you know,
Yes.
Cena gets a chain and then
Yeah.
hits him and then
Yeah.
AA, that's it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm hoping that these guys put a solid
Yeah.
match together.
Yeah, a
But
regular.
like I said,
regular
like I
singles
said,
match.
I know what people are gonna say. Oh God, that means Cena's one title win away from tying
Yeah.
Ric Flair and beating.
If you
Flair.
notice, they're really starting to like say that.
Yeah.
They brought it up in at Raw,
Yeah.
like you know he's chasing Ric Flair or you know something like that.
It's gonna happen.
So-
I'm not gonna lie, it's probably gonna happen.
Yeah,
As crazy that sounds, Cena, I just can't see him keeping the belt. To their credit, they have done a fabulous job of keeping that title away from Cena as long
Yeah.
as they can possibly can. This is also a very weak roster. And also, when I went to the live event, it opened my eyes to how over Cena is compared to the rest of the roster as far as merchandise sales go.
Merchandise, yeah.
And those matter, Tyler, in a business
Yeah.
perspective.
they do. Yeah,
So as crazy as it sounds here, it's almost like going to a live event made me say maybe we've been hard on Cena a bit here.
Yeah.
I still hate the character. By
Yeah.
all means, this guy every time this guy tells a crappy joke,
yeah,
it makes me want to change the channel. But this guy, if this guy got hurt and had a career-ending injury, this company would be in deep shit. Essentially, I think.
yeah.
I'm serious. This guy just
Yeah.
broke his neck one day,
Yeah.
Tyler, and his career was over. This company
Which-
would be in
yeah.
deep shit. I
Yeah.
think.
But
There's
I mean,
like no. They're planning. They are. They
Which
did
is
put,
why,
they pushed
yeah.
Bryan. They pushed Reigns, but those guys are not there yet.
yeah, which is
They
gotta
can
keep
get
at
there.
it.
They can
yeah.
get there.
Yeah, exactly. Which you know this is
They
why.
can get there.
Yeah.
But as right now, if Cena just had if Cena, God forbid, also died when the next day too, this company would be
Yeah.
in deep shit because they had nobody for a long time
Yeah.
as the second babyface essentially.
Yeah.
That's the state of the company right
Yeah,
now.
and you know part of that is you know WWE they got to elevate these guys.
Not
and
not thinking, maybe not thinking
maybe-
long term as
maybe
well.
they've put it. Yeah, maybe they've put that off. But,
Yes,
you know.
but like I said, I just if Bryan wrestles at Battleground, I think it's Kane because I think he's the one guy who could win. It kind of makes sense,
Yeah,
but also it doesn't hurt his character just losing the title for like after holding it for like maybe barely a month essentially. But if Bryan's not wrestling at SummerSlam, and I feel like that's what's going to happen, I feel like he's just going to miss SummerSlam. You know, like I said, he should not be rushing back from a neck injury.
right.
No matter how, not major it is, he shouldn't be rushing back. So with that being said, the only other guy that makes sense is John Cena. So as painfully as I hate saying it, it's going to be John
Yeah.
Cena probably.
And you know,
walking out.
yeah, and you know what? With these 4-on-3 handicap matches, I mean, as far as in that 3, I mean, first they have Reigns look as like the the guy that gets the pin,
Yeah.
and then they have Sheamus on Raw get the pin and kind of look strong
Well,
there.
As
Now you got
as awesome as it would be to have Reigns win it, I think it's too soon for him. Also,
Yeah.
they're setting him up for a feud with Triple H. Right
yeah,
now.
exactly. Yeah,
Like I said though, and hell, I could see this being the main event at 31. It could be Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 31.
yeah. I mean, for the
As soon as Reigns cashes in, he can be the champion, and then eventually Reigns wins the Rumble, and that's
Yeah.
the one-on-one contest. Like I said, maybe you throw Dean Ambrose in there. Maybe you do.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gonna be the last guy to get to that main event spot. Maybe.
yeah,
But it would not be shocking if Rollins, when he does cash in, he's the guy that holds onto the belt maybe to Mania.
yeah.
Pending ratings and such and that, and
Yeah.
if the company gets behind him in that. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens going
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
But
so,
no, I'm going with Cena.
Yeah. So
which-
basically,
which would be his 15th championship, which means he's one away from tying Flair.
yeah.
Tell me,
Which
Flair's
they've been they've
Yeah.
been hinting at that happening. So I guess we shouldn't be that shocked if that's when
Yeah.
that's how Money in the Bank closes.
that's it, and it is in Boston.
Yeah.
It is in Cena's supposedly backyard.
Yeah. Now
But
what if?
I don't know how pro it's going to
Yeah.
be Cena though. They've actually hated Cena
Yeah.
in Boston for a while.
Yeah. Now, but could you imagine Seth Rollins if he cashed in after
John Cena?
Yeah, with Triple H's help. And,
That would be interesting.
I mean, I don't think that's going to happen,
No.
but that whole idea that you're going to have this big ladder match at the end of the pay-per-view, and
Mhm.
it could be interesting. You never know.
It
but,
could be. I mean,
but it's not. Yeah, I
this,
mean,
this is the
I don't
first
see it
night.
happening.
This is the first night of big we have briefcase ladder match and a title ladder match as well.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of things can happen.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, somebody brought up Bray Wyatt as a factor. I think it's too soon for him to get the title as well.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I think the fact that the Wyatts might win the tag team belts kind of solidifies maybe that Bray's not going to walk away as well.
Yeah.
Though, like I said, it would be cool if the Wyatts did hold like almost all the belts essentially, like similar to what the Shield did.
I mean, because I think if they win the tag belts, might make it, people think too,
Yeah.
But so yeah, that's basically, I mean, I guess see what Daniel Bryan says.
Yeah,
and
the pre-show.
First of all, the pre-show.
But like I said, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be just answering questions such as, why'd you give the titles when you said you weren't going to, and why did you not show up when you gave up the titles? I guess.
Yeah.
Pretty much answering your questions, Tyler.
Somewhat, yeah.
So it took him a few weeks, Tyler, but they might be answering those questions for you.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could be sitting there and saying, time's yours.
Time's yours.
So I heard Brian say that, but anyways, so Tyler gives a reason to watch the pre-show, obviously, at least from our perspective, since it might determine what they do with the main event or hint at the direction they're going in.
Mm-hmm. But no, so Tyler's gonna be watching his first network pay-per-view. I mean, hopefully it goes as smooth as what my viewing has been going.
Right, yeah.
So an actual, it's gonna be awesome though, because that means that the next show we can actually do a full pay-per-view review without me trying to explain to you what happened in the interview.
And me just saying on the Dean Ambrose Vimeo channel.
Yes, exactly. No, you actually can watch the full review with me.
Yeah.
So it actually it works out. It's gonna be maybe a smoother review now.
Yeah. Because
I always had this problem here where it's like, should we do a review?
So I saw this.
I saw this, and I like to explain it to you.
I'll jump in when I see, when I can talk about what I actually saw.
Yeah. So I think it's good. Like I said, I mean, I don't know, Tyler, have you besides main event, have you tried anything else on the network yet?
I looked through a little bit. We the internet had a little issue because we had this, I guess, this recent thunderstorm. I don't know, but the internet's been a little odd lately. But it should be. But I looked through a couple things, but I didn't really get to watch anything in full.
No.
But I want to start to try to catch NXT and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's probably the best show to watch right now is NXT. Yeah. That's probably to me, as right now, that's the best, one of their best weekly programs that they run. Which is kind of funny because that's the development talent right there. That's supposed to be the guys who are crafting and working their way. I mean, but no, I mean, who knows? And maybe we can start reviewing NXT maybe then on this show then since you started watching it.
Yeah, I've been checking out some of the main event footage and the backstage passes and this and that.
I mean,
Raw pre-shows.
I've been watching the classic ECW program and
I'd like to obviously in the future.
Yes. I mean, like I said, we'll see.
Yeah, that's always you can always watch that stuff on a rainy day, I guess, when nothing else. is going
exactly.
When nothing else is.
I mean, like you said, when you got all this catalog footage here, it's a pretty impressive. I mean, like I said, to me, it's almost like a Netflix for them. Essentially,
it's more. Yeah, it's a lot more organized too than trying to find stuff on YouTube. And, in standard definition. It just doesn't come up. This and that, but
tell what the pre-show's going to be interesting now since apparently Josh Matthews got released.
Yeah, that's true.
He usually has been the guy running those pre-shows. So
that's
even
funny.
I
was watching the Raw pre-show and I'm like, oh, this is recently, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of funny because now after that they basically fired him. So how ironic was that? But
I don't know. What are your thoughts on the whole post pre stuff that they do? Does it kind of make you believe more as this is kind of like a sporting event in a way? Because it kind of feels like the setting of it almost feels like the setting of a college game day atmosphere in a way.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, but no. I mean, like I said, definitely check out NXT because that's definitely an entertaining program.
Future stars maybe. So yeah.
I mean, don't wrong. You kind of missed the whole year of the Bo Dallas and that characters. I mean, he's pretty much gone from NXT, but. There's still, you never know, there might be some characters that show up, some new ones that just debut, and you might say, I could get into this character when it hits the main roster, maybe. Yeah. So, we'll see.
Yeah, so, it'll be interesting. Yeah, start to check out this stuff, obviously, when you got a pay-per-view coming up this week, try to get around to seeing some of this stuff, but yeah, I mean, I guess from here we have SmackDown to watch on Friday. Yeah. And then Money in the Bank.
Which I'll be curious to see how they edit the whole Bad News Barrett injury angle.
Yeah, I mean that's another thing. We'll have
Because
to,
supposedly, as soon as he said that they hurt his shoulder, supposedly they took him like immediately backstage. But they got him away from
yeah,
the ring essentially.
yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna put that on camera
So
or
that's
anything.
yeah. So we got that to follow, and the Daniel Bryan injury to follow. So yeah,
Mhm.
there's a lot going on in the, two big ladder matches. Glad they added another ladder match, with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. So,
Yep.
so yeah, I mean, it should be an interesting pay-per-view. Even though, a lot of the other matches are just kind of whatever, I guess, but
Yeah.
a lot comes thrown there.
But I always felt like this was only being sold based on 2 matches.
Right, yeah. The 2 ladder matches, so.
Mhm.
So yeah, so it should be interesting to see what happens in these ladder matches. Looking forward to seeing them on the network and not having to look them up or anything afterwards. So yeah, then we can talk about that and see what happens on Raw.
Yep.
On Monday and talk about it all right here in the Great Wrestling Debate next week as always. So thank you for tuning in and send your predictions for this pay-per-view or comments or questions, whatever, to the video channel.